And then there's this furniture store, which... Hey everyone, it's been a while since we trashed Bloxburg. So in this video we are going to go around the map once again. It's been a while since we've done that, and we are going to check what has to change before update 1.0 drops. And yes, my friend Nick has built a flying house. Looks absolutely stunning there, perfect. Now let's get into the details. So the first thing I would like to have changed before update 1.0 is the cooking. So now you go into, to your fridge. And you see all of the things that you can make, but since I live in a tiny house, I had to add in a stove, even though I didn't want one, because now if you go into the ingredients, you cannot see what kind of appliances you need for it. I only had this type of stove and then this microwave underneath it, so I didn't have a stove you could put things in, and I couldn't see that here as well. Same with the donuts, you need a deep fryer for them. It doesn't specify it, so it's quite hard to just figure out yourself and know about these things. It would also be fun if you had to go shop for ingredients in the BFF store, so that it would be a little more active there and just people shop for ingredients because they want to make a salad or whatever. It kind of would be fun. Now you just take it out of the fridge and you cook. It would be fun if you actually had to go and grab your materials and they could spoil or something like that. But so yes, this is the first thing, so specifying what you need for which ingredients. You also still need an empty counter to cook on, because this will not work to prep your meals on, even though you can technically do that. A lot of people prep their meals on their cooking stove or even on their sink when they have a little amount of space in their kitchen. So now I had to get an empty counter space just to be able to cook on. Then we're going into town, and yes, I added a vehicle to my tiny house. It's definitely strong enough to pull it across the country and drive around. Let's just go to the map and let's see what else I think has to change. So the first thing, leaving my plot, what comes to mind is just the amount of plots, or not really the amount of plots, but where the plots are located. Now we have one long street and then we have another street on the other side of town, but all of the houses are just right next to each other in a playing field, which is okay if you play with friends, but sometimes if you want to play somewhere else, like you want to be private inside the mountains or on the mountains, and then you want to be close to the beach one day, so that would be fun to be able to do that as well. So being able to have plots in different environments or themed environments would be a lot of fun. I think it would inspire people to build different houses as well, instead of having that one long street people built houses in. Then the beach, I absolutely love the pier and the Ferris wheel. Sometimes I go here and I just sit here for like minutes. The beach would definitely be a lot more fun if this changed up a little bit. There were more sandcastles and things to do, even like, I don't know, more jobs at the beach and just interactive things. I can't really think of something I would add here, but I think you get what I mean. And then a dream of mine is to be able to have a dock right here that has boats, and even some boats that have like a little tiny grid in them. Boats that have something like this inside them, maybe a little bit bigger. And then you can build in that and just have fun with that. That would be fun if you could just move your boat around, or even campers that could go around the map and the map would be a little bit bigger. That would be so much fun to explore and have your house with you. I am definitely a traveler, so I like these types of things. And then another thing related to the beach that I would like to see in the game is some VIP islands or whatever, or just islands where people can build tiny houses on, that has a dock for your yacht and just build on your little small island. That would be so much fun to see. And it would only be accessible by boat, of course, so the ocean would have to be a little bit bigger. Then in here we have the mountain. The mountain has a lot of potential for houses on it, but there wouldn't be a lot of space, so I understand that there is nothing on there at the moment. But it would be just so much fun to have your house here and being able to look over the entire map. I would love to see that. Then let's trash the city center once again. The amount of players that can join the game, well, not for neighborhoods, but the normal game, is 12. And we have seating for 4. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44 people can sit in these benches right here. And I feel like this is a spot that just never gets used. Then this is used as a roleplay school because this is the Bloxburg City Hall, and I absolutely love this building. It's just a bit sad that it's empty inside and there's not much to do here, so people only come here to roleplay as a school, but not much more, or to glitch through the walls right here. So it would be fun if this had like a secretary job or whatever, just something to do here. Then we have this fitness, and the fitness has not changed since the game came out in 2016. And there's just a few treadmills here and then some stuff, but if you don't have money to be able to buy gym equipment, this is a good place to come to. It's just a big building with a lot of stuff inside it for the amount of people that actually use it. And the BFF supermarket I actually love. This came a little bit later, so this was not added when the game was released, but it has some interactive things and people actually come here. Well, not enough, so it would probably be more active if you needed to buy the ingredients that you used to cook with. But right now people come here to work as a cashier, there's a stalker job, and you can just buy things here that you can't buy in build mode, which is a good thing, which draws people here, and we just need to see more buildings like that in my opinion. So it would be fun if you actually needed ingredients from here to cook with. It would be even more active. I like how you could take a shopping cart as well. And the sun is already setting once again. This is going so fast, you guys. The ATM. There's one thing that I miss in Bloxburg, and that is being able to transfer your money to Bloxbucks and vice versa. And it would be amazing if you could just deposit money into the bank. There would be some interest rate on it, like 2% a week or whatever. Like if you put 1 million in the bank, you get $20,000 every week just for having that money in the bank. That would be such a fun thing to see. Some people just don't have Robux, or their parents think that games should not be paid for and they barely get any Robux from their parents. It would be a fun idea to just being able to switch or convert this hard work into Bloxbucks. Right here we have Green Clean. This is just a job building, but no one ever goes here for fun. I like that it's behind another store, so it kind of creates some deepness to the city center, but people don't actually just come here. It would be fun to hire like a cleaner, and NPC that comes and cleans your dishes inside your house as well. And then this burger place has a job as well, but it's just not used at all. Some people just come here to work, but I don't actually see a lot of people come here and buy something. I don't know, we need something more like a drive-through. That would be a fun thing. Like, I feel like drive-throughs would be used if you could just drive your car, go there, and then order something drive-through. I feel like the restaurants aren't used at all. And then there's this furniture store, which and then the nightclub. I don't feel like a lot of people still use that. It's a fun idea for a role play, but other than that, it's just static and there's not much to do there. Mike Motors is okay. You can come here to buy a car. You can also buy a car in build mode, but there's this job right behind it, and I actually like the building, so this is fun. It would be fun if you could actually go and get some gas and get some electric cars and get some chargers here and whatnot. Maybe the drive-thru should be instead of the parking space for like 200 cars, because no one ever uses this building. Then that brings us to the pre-builts. So pre-builts were introduced very early into the game because building seemed to be a lot harder. There was a lot less furniture and there wasn't even ceiling lights, as you can see. So we had to get creative. Pre-builts are very old and you can definitely see the age in them. And I feel like we need a system where people can just upload builds and then purchase them from others. Like if you're not really into building, if you only come to Bloxburg to roleplay or to work, you can just get your own house from someone else, and then that person would get like some money from you purchasing their house. That would be such a fun idea, but it would also be a nightmare for moderation. So I don't know, there just has to be a new system for the pre-built houses. Then another thing I would like to see changed in Bloxburg is definitely the highway. So I joined Adventureland, yes I know, but this highway is floating and I kind of seem to like that. And then there's apartment building, so everyone has like an apartment here, and it would be fun if Bloxburg had some different apartments maybe in the city, so you would have an amazing view over the sea and maybe a forest added into it. It would be so much fun to be able to have apartments like this. Something else I would love to see in Bloxburg is businesses at home, so with an open and close sign, and then NPCs would come to your house just like that. Shop for stuff. You could sell anything you want, basically, just somewhere in build mode, like an option that has you like click on stuff that you want to sell, and maybe a shop door or whatever that you can put inside your house. Like you could sell clothing and stuff like that. I think that would be such a fun idea to be able to implement in Bloxburg. Then another thing I would love to see changed is the job system in Bloxburg. So now almost everyone does pizza delivery, like admit it. Just almost everyone does it. And it's just, I think it's because it's the only job that like really feels rewarding. The others don't really feel as rewarding. I also would change the fact that your income lowers when your mood is worse, because that's not what happens in real life as well. It's kind of like getting punished for working a longer time, but I kind of understand where it's coming from as well. I just would like to see it change, and maybe some more jobs like secretary, CEO, even like a higher paying job after you get level 50 in a certain job. For example, if you do stalker and you reach level 50, that you can be the store manager and you can do a different thing, or only enter a room for store managers and work there, do different tasks, answer mails and whatever. I choose the right words. I kind of want to see more interactive jobs in Bloxburg, basically. So not the click, click, click or press E all the time. Just something that matches with the job. Like, for example, answering emails, you have to pick, like, for example, what is the right spelling for this word or something like that. Just more interactive things. I think that would be a lot of fun to see in the game. And then I would also like to have areas that are more hidden. Right now everything is right open, so you could see everything in the map, and I feel like if you hide some stuff with different types of mountains, not the rectangular mountains that we have right now, but real looking mountains, and behind that there's another place where you can load in your plot and stuff, I think that would add to the deepness of the game. Like right now you can see everything and that's it, but it would be fun if you could go and explore areas that you've never been before, more Easter eggs, just more stuff to do basically. And I think I'm going to stop here. There is more that I want to talk about, but we could do that in the future in another video, because I can go on forever and ever, and basically this is the game so far and I love it and I'm so happy to play it and have something else to play than The Sims. This is totally different, but yet it's very similar. It's a life simulation game, so very, very happy with Bloxburg. There's just some things that I would change. It's not like I hate the game or whatever. It's just stuff I would love to see in my dream game. That was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button and please subscribe.